Let's talk credit cards, but please don't tell Dave Ramsey the secrets that I'm about to share with you. I still want to be on his good side, guys, and I still love the guy. Hey guys, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting a lot of questions about credit cards in my email, in my comments, right? How I literally save thousands and travel for free. Because some of you want to, right, pay off debt and save up for a home, and you want to enjoy life a little bit, right, as you're trying to meet your financial goals, right? So I totally get that. So to those that are getting started, or maybe you have credit cards that are open already, I understand maybe you feel a little intimidated about how to use them because we've been taught that they are just bad, right? Or maybe you're just not sure which credit card to get, or you don't know how to maximize your reward points with them. So I'm gonna cover all that, as long as you promise me to be financially responsible. And even if you're not, right, you kind of just admit it. Maybe you're not financially responsible and you're still watching this video. I still want you to watch it because I still want you to see the possibilities that you have if you are financially responsible. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack maybe from some Dave Ramsey followers, but guys, you gotta understand, I believe wholeheartedly what Dave Ramsey says. You're not gonna get rich with churning credit cards. You're not gonna get rich doing this. But if I can save a few $1,000s here and there, right, while I'm trying to meet my financial goals, I'm gonna do it. And especially if it doesn't require any work really for myself. So in this video, I wanna talk about literally how I use just one credit card to save thousands on flights and hotels. So I wanted to make this video super simple for you and digestible, so I broke it down into 3 parts. The first part is going to cover how I travel, which credit card I use, and why I use it. The second part is going to be my simple exact method, and I'm going to open up my screen here and show you literally how I find deals. And the third one is 3 things kind of to just be aware of, things you should know as if you're gonna do this, right? So I just want you to make sure you have full confidence in the method that I use. So part 1, let's break it down. It's important for you to identify the type of traveler you are because that will determine the type of credit card you get. So for example, my wife and I, we are really food and experience centric, meaning that we will sort of go cheap on the flights or the hotel and then splurge on food and the different activities in the area. Typically, we go on 2 to 3 road trips in the US a year and then maybe once out of the country. So I don't know if that's the average traveler or not, but that's just based on our experience. And I've had 17 different credit cards in the past 10 years. I know that's a lot, and I don't want to manage that anymore. It takes discipline to manage that just so you can maximize reward points, but I just want to keep it simple. And so I'm making this video, right, so you don't have to go through that. And the best credit card that I found that stands the test of time is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It is my go-to every single time, and for a few different reasons. Yes, there's an annual fee of $95, but that value is surpassed, and I'll explain that to you in the second part. So the 3 reasons I love this card is for the travel benefits. So for example, there is no foreign transaction fees. I don't have to pay any. If I use my debit card in a different country, I would have to pay a transaction fee because I'm foreign on every transaction. So with this card, I don't have to pay it. Another benefit is that if you use this card to purchase a rental car, either out of the country or in a different state, they will cover any collision or any body damage to the car, right? And I know typically when you're renting a car, you have to pay extra for that insurance, but this card covers that. Also, I really like that this card covers roadside assistance. So that is huge as well. The second reason I love this card is the points. It's really fast to accumulate points, especially because my wife and I, and if you have a family, if you guys like to eat out a lot, this card is really geared towards those that eat out. And so you get 2 points per dollar spent on food, and then you get a 1 point for everything else. The third reason is I like to transfer those points to travel partners, and that's really where you get the most bang for your buck when you transfer these points to their different partners, and I'll explain that here in part 2. So I just covered how I travel, the best credit card to get, and why I love it. Now I'm gonna transition to part 2. I'm gonna bring up my laptop here. I'm gonna show you my exact strategy and how I basically maximize my rewards points without spending more. So let's pull it up here. All right. This is my favorite part here. So we have the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card pulled up here. I wanna show you this. You may not know what this means, 80,000 bonus points. Like, what does that actually get you? Right? So I want to show you that this 80,000 bonus points just for signing up and using the card, right? After you spend $4,000 a month, typically people's expenses are $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000 a month anyways. So you can get 80,000 bonus points in the first month But what is that worth? That is worth $1,600 minimum or 16 free hotel night stays. And you're probably wondering how I came to that conclusion, but I want to show you that. And I'm not talking like Motel 6 or anything like that. I'm talking nice hotels. When you get your points, people typically redeem them through the Ultimate Rewards portal. This is the Chase Ultimate Rewards, like reward system portal. Typically when people redeem their points, they either get cash back or they get gift cards, or they just redeem it for travel here, like flights, hotels, or rental cars. But that is actually, like I said before, not the best way to get the most value out of them. The best way is actually to transfer them. As you see this button here, transfer to travel partners, and I transfer to Southwest or Hyatt. And let me show you kind of the price differences here. So let's say I'm going to use the portal, right? Let's say someone decided to use the portal, and then we're going to Detroit to Charlotte, North Carolina. That's someplace I'm actually looking at going right now. I really want to check out North Carolina. I hear it's beautiful out there. So as you can see here, the round trip flights from Detroit to Charlotte are about 12,000 points, right? 12,000 points. But if I transfer them to Southwest, I transferred the points to Southwest, and I have the same thing here pulled up here. It's 4,000 one way. So 8,000 points round trip from Detroit to Charlotte and back. And that is crazy. That is a 4,000 point difference, right? That's enough points for another one-way trip. So that's how you get the most value out of flights. And typically I just use Southwest primarily when I fly. I try to, at least. All right, now let me show you the price difference when it comes to hotels. If I go just by price, if I was to use my points with the Chase portal, you can still get some pretty good deals. Look, you can get 4,000 points for the Wyndham Garden and Economy Inn, but like I said, those are like really cheap. I'm not going that cheap when it comes to hotels like Super 8. I'm just not going to stay there. I mean, I would if I have to, but I wouldn't want to do that. But if you kind of just scroll, I want to show you the difference. If you look at Hyatt here, look at this Hyatt here. The Hyatt Place, Charlotte, Arrowwood. So this is a nice hotel. And it's saying the points is about 7,000 points to redeem it, which is still not terrible, right? But if you transfer them directly to Hyatt, it's only 5,000. And let me show you here. So if you go to Hyatt categories, which I am here right now, in Hyatt categories, these are all the places where there are Hyatts. I mean, there's Hyatts everywhere in the Caribbean, Europe, Africa, Asia. And then there is, it's by points, right? So 5,000 all the way up to 40,000 a night. And that just depends on how luxurious you want the hotel. But if you just look at 5,000 points, there's so many hotels in the United States and Canada for just 5,000 points. And that's how I was able basically to travel and do road trips and basically do it for free, because it's only 5,000 a night. And so as you can see here, here's North Carolina, and there is the Hyatt Place, Charlotte, Arrowwood. And it's only 5,000 points. So it's a 2,000 point difference, right? And do you see how it's more effective to transfer to either Southwest or Hyatt? You just get more bang for your buck. So if you want to transfer to Hyatt or Southwest, like I said, you just go to Transfer Partners. And then you can look at the different airlines that you could transfer to. There's even JetBlue, which sometimes has good deals. There's United. And then here's the hotel partners, World of Hyatt, Marriott, IHG. But like I said, I get the most bang for my buck with Southwest and Hyatt. Plus, they're really good experiences every time I go. Really nice hotels, really great service at Southwest. And it's really that simple. So let's say you spend about $5,000 a month, right? And you decide to put all those expenses on the credit card. All my expenses I put on my credit card just so I can get points, right? So say you spend $5,000 a month and you do that for 12 months. That is 60,000 points. So that's equivalent to at least minimum 12 free hotel stays or $1,200. But if you don't even have this card, you get the bonus of 80,000 points, right? So that's, how many nights is that? Let me see. That's equivalent to about 28 days of free hotel stays in just 1 year, or about $2,800 right? Okay, let's subtract the annual fee, so about $2,700 or 27 free nights if you don't have the credit card just in the first year. So see how powerful that is, and see why people, they churn credit cards, or they get multiple credit cards in 1 year, or they get credit cards every year, and they just continue to travel for free. Like I said, it takes discipline to manage all that, right? And so I don't like doing that. That's why I stick with just the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It's simple, it's easy, and I just transfer to those two partners. So before you stop watching, there's actually some key pointers that I want you to remember, just so you don't make any mistakes and so you have full confidence. The first thing I want to say is set up automatic payments, okay? You don't want the stress or the worry of missing a payment, because that really can hurt your credit score. So just set up automatic payments to pay your statement balance in full every month. Don't ever pay interest. Also, never spend more than you have in your checking account. Okay, it's easy to spend with a credit card. So just protect yourself from that. Make sure to only spend what you have. Another thing is never actually close your credit card, because that can affect your credit. It doesn't hurt it a lot, but there's no need to do it, because you can actually just downgrade the card. Say you don't want the Chase Sapphire Preferred card anymore, you don't want to pay the annual fee, you decide you don't want to travel anymore. Then you just call Chase up and just say, hey, can you downgrade my card to a no annual fee card? And then they'll share with you the options that you have, and then you can just do that. That way you keep your credit line open and you maintain that credit history, so it builds your credit. So I know there's a lot of controversy around this topic, and just know that a credit card is a tool. You can abuse it or you can use it to your advantage. For me, I was kind of forced in a situation where my identity was stolen, about 18 years old, and someone had opened up a credit card in my name, maxed it out, and hurt my credit score. And I didn't even know this. I just went to the bank one day and realized that something was overdue, or they had told me that something was overdue. And so through that trauma, I realized, wow, okay, I had to kind of get organized, get focused, and figure out how to navigate the situation. So it was a really scary time. And so that's how I learned how to use it, and use it effectively, and no longer afraid of it. But just be intentional how you use it, right? And keep it simple. I've been doing this for 10 years. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. And if this helps you, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.